Stuart Matola, men's relationship coach. Thanks so much for checking out this video. And I'm going to talk today about something I hear from guys a lot. And they're saying, I don't want to be her girlfriend. And this showed up as an objection from something I tried to teach in a prior video called The #1 Sex Killer and How to Avoid It. And I spoke about a scenario where a guy's partner asked for his opinion about a kitchen table placemat that she was looking at purchasing on the internet. And she asks for his opinion, and he says, whatever you want is fine, honey. And so in that, as well as he's thinking, I don't go ask your girlfriend. I don't know about kitchen table placemats. I don't want to be your girlfriend. And so I want to take it up a notch more where it shows up. And it's when she says, honey, I need to talk. And so in that moment, he's thinking, oh no, she's going to talk forever. She's going to, complain about this or tell me I didn't do that or whatever it is. And he's thinking, I don't want to be her girlfriend. Why don't you go talk to your girlfriend? And so I'm going to give you a tip here in a moment that's going to help you, be with that feeling of I don't want to be her girlfriend, but not so much to the point where you completely check out from any listening or communication with her. And that happens so often to guys precisely because they have not implemented this tip in the past, and they put themselves in a situation where they felt like they had to listen and listen and listen and listen. So the tip is this: simply, you sit down with her and say, listen, sometimes we talk and I get lost in the words, and sometimes I'm not sure what you want from me. Do you want my opinion? Do you want me to just listen? And so what I want to do is stop you about 2 or 3 minutes in and repeat back what you said. And guys, you can actually use this as like a tactic. You can say, oh, how good can I get at this to repeat back what she said to make sure that she's heard explicitly. And what this is going to do is this is going to reduce the need for her to talk as long. Okay? She's going to feel heard, seen, and listened. And so another thing that you can do is you can actually say, hey, and some guys are going to be like, no way, I can't do this. I'd like to set a timer for 5 minutes, and when that timer goes off, I'm going to reflect back to you. Or, you'll have another minute to finish up. And again, some dudes are like, no way I can do that. If I set that timer, she will just rip my head off. But I want to say that you can communicate that to her in a way in which you can help her understand how that's going to serve for her benefit as well, so that she can be fully heard. And that's just simply this: to say, listen, babe, this is going to help me stay more present with you. This is going to help me, be sure that I'm fully hearing you. And it's going to allow me to show up and give you my best self. I want to give you my best self. So this is going to help me. Can we do that? So she gives it a shot and you do it. So again, I spoke briefly about when you take that energy of I don't want to be her girlfriend and it just becomes so dominating to you to the point where you're completely checking out and you've shut the door. That's a real bad way to be in a relationship. It's actually not a relationship. But when you take that energy of I don't want to be her girlfriend and you reframe it, I actually want to be a proactive or active part of this conversation. And I want to do it in a way and I help contribute to the structure so that she's not going to go on forever and so that I can make sure that she's heard and listened to. So, and when she is heard and listened to, well, what happens? You as a guy get more connection, you get more trust, you get more intimacy, and yes, over time that builds a foundation where she is opening up sexually as well. So I want to be clear too, though, you don't go into this with the idea of, oh, I'm going to do A to get B. That's going to set you up for failure. But you do it that you're going directly after B, which is connection and intimacy. And this will build that. So use this tip, try it out. And I want to be clear, it may not go perfect the first time, but then come to our Tuesday 9 a.m. Mountain Time men's calls and debrief, because a lot of guys show up on these calls and they're like, Stuart, I tried that tip and it did not work. And I'm saying to them, well, wait a minute, you said it like this, but you got to say it more like that. And they're like, oh, okay. So we refine and we tweak, and it's a great way for guys to try out the tips in these videos. And there are other guys doing the same. So I hope this was helpful for you. Have a great day. And thanks so much for joining me.